I am Dr. G. Sijon, Assistant Professor, Department of Anatomy, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today we will discuss the anatomy of the skeletal system. Skeletal system includes bones of the skeleton, cartilages, ligaments, and other connective tissues that stabilize or connect the bones. What is the function of the skeletal system? Supports our weight and it interacts with muscles to produce movements, protection, blood cell formation as the red bone marrow that produce the blood cells, and what kind of the mineral story that is the calcium and phosphorus. In this chapter, we will study all these topics we will study in this chapter. We will cover the axial skeleton and the appendicular skeleton and thoracic case, and we will study also the structure of the bones and thoracic case, etc. Now we will study cartilage connective tissue. What is the characteristic of it? It is weaker than bone, but it is more flexible than bone. It has cells in abundant matrix. What kind of cells it has? Chondroblasts and chondrocytes in lacunae, and it is avascular. What is the function of it? It's supporting soft tissue. It provides a gliding surface at articulation, and it provides a model for the formation of the most of the bones in the body. Types of the cartilage. Three types of cartilage we have in our body. That is the hyaline cartilage and fibrocartilage and elastic cartilage. Hyaline cartilage have the characteristic like it is most abundant kind because it found in abundance in our body, and it has a perichondrium, and it associates with synovial joints, and most bones first modeled in the hyaline cartilage. Fibrocartilage, it has collagen fibers, and it found in intervertebral disc and pubic symphysis. Elastic cartilage, it has elastic fibers, and it found in ear and respiratory tubing. So we can see three types of cartilage we are having in our body, and they found in the different parts of our body. We can see here the cartilage in the external ear, cartilage in the nose, and then articular cartilage that found in the joint, and costal cartilage we can see that where the ribs are joined, and cartilage of the invertebral disc, and cartilage that found in pubic symphysis, and meniscus that is found is knee joint, and articular cartilage of the joint. So, including bones, we can found in cartilage also. That is the most important part, the joints of our body. Now we will study about the bone. Bones are highly vascular living structure that are continuously being remodeled. They are strong and durable types of connective tissue. Bones consist of water that would be 25% and consist of organic constituents including osteoid and bone cell that would be 25%, and it also consists of inorganic constituents mainly calcium phosphate that would be 50%. Function of the bone will be support. It can provide the protection. It can provide movement, and for the blood cell formation, and it also is storage of the calcium and phosphate. Classification of bone by organization. We have classified the whole skeletal system into two parts: axial skeleton and appendicular skeleton. Axial skeleton is consists of skull, vertebral column, and bones of thorax that is involved sternum and ribs, and appendicular skeleton varies bones of the shoulder girdle, bones of the upper limb, bones of the pelvic girdle, bones of the lower limb included. Skull is the bony framework of the head. It consists of 8 cranial and 14 facial bones. So it has total 22 bones. Cranial bones, frontal bones, parietal bones, temporal bones, occipital bones, sphenoid bone, ethmoid bone. Facial, 2 zygomatic bone, 2 maxilla, 2 nasal bones, 2 lacrimal bones, 1 molar, 2 palatine bones, 2 inferior concave, 1 mandible. So all these bones consist the skull. We can see here in the bones of the skull, we can see here the sutures also. Fontanelle of the skull. At birth, ossification of the cranial suture is incomplete, where 3 or more bones meet. There are distinct membranous area or fontanelles. The two larger fontanelles are anterior fontanelle and posterior fontanelle. Anterior fontanelle between the frontal and two parietal bones, not fully ossified until the child is 12 to 18 months old. Whereas posterior fontanelle found between the two parietal and occipital bones, usually ossified 2 to 3 months after birth. The skull bones do not fuse before birth to allow for molding of the baby's heart during its passage through the birth canal. Other two fontanelle, sphenoid and mastoid, also present in the skull at the time of the birth. Now we will study vertebral column. The structure unit of the vertebral column is the vertebra. Vertebral column consists of 24 separate movable irregular bones, whereas 7 cervical, 12 thoracic and 5 lumbar vertebrae. The sacrum will be 5 fused bones and coccyx will composed of 4 fused bones. Curves of the vertebral column. The vertebral column in the adult present four curves, two primary, two primary found in thoracic and sacral curves, and two secondary found in cervical and lumbar curves. The secondary cervical curve develops when the child can hold up his head, and the secondary lumbar curve develops when he stands upright after 12 to 15 months. Thoracic cage, the bones of the thoracic case are whereas one sternum and there will be 12 pairs of the ribs present and 12 thoracic vertebrae. Appendicular skeleton. The appendicular skeleton consists of the shoulder girdle with the bones of the upper limb and the pelvic girdle with the bones of the lower limb. Shoulder girdle, we can say pectoral girdle also. Each shoulder girdle consists of clavicle, scapula. Each upper limb consists of the following bones, that is the humerus, radius, ulna, carpal bone, metacarpal bone, and phalanges. Pelvic girdle and lower limb. The bones of the pelvic girdle are hip bones and sacrum, whereas the bones of the lower limb are femur, patella, tibia, fibula, tarsal bones, metatarsal, and phalanges. Bones are classified according to shape. Now we are study the shape of the bone that could be long, short, irregular, and flat, and sesamoid bone. Long bones, these consist of a shaft and two extremities. The length is much greater than the width. Example include the femur, tibia, and fibula. Short, irregular, flat, and sesamoid bones. These have no shaft and diverse in shape and size. Examples are short bones that could be carpals and tarsal bones, irregular bones, various vertebrae and some skull bones included, and flat bones, various sternum, scapula, ribs, and most skull bones included. Sesamoid bones means patella. This is the sesamoid bone. This is found in knee joint. Now we can see here in picture, ulna and radius of femur, they are long bones, and talus, capitate, carpal bones are short bone, and scapula, sternum, flat bones, sphenoid vertebra are irregular bones. Types of the bone according to histological structure. So there are two types: compact bone and spongy bone. Compact bone, whereas the dense outer layer found, and some spongy bone, whereas honeycomb of typically filled with yellow bone marrow found. Structure of the long bone. Long bone consists of a diaphysis and epiphysis. Diaphysis means a tubular shaft that forms the axis of the long bones, and it is composed of compact bone that surround the medullary cavity, and yellow bone marrow is contained in the medullary cavity. Epiphysis, it is the expanded end of the long bone, and exterior is compact bone and inferior is spongy bone, and the joint surface is covered with articular cartilage. Bone membranous periosteum, the double layer member, outer fibrous layer, and is dense connective tissue, and inner spongy layer, that is the richly supplied with nerve fibers, blood, and lymphatic vessels, which enter the bone via nutrient foramina. It is secured to underlying bone by Sharp's fiber. Endosteum, delicate membrane covering the internal surface of the bone. We can see in this picture the structure of the long bone. Flat bones of the skull, two layers of the compact bones, inner table and outer table. Region of the spongy bones sandwiched between them called the diploid. Both layers of compact bone are covered by periosteum. Now, this is the assessment question. So you have to assess by yourself how much you could get by the end of the lesson, and you have to write down the answer of this question. The first question is the define skeletal system in detail, whereas you have to tell that what is the skeletal system and what is the classification of this skeletal system and how to classify the bones, and what would be the basis of this classification, and what is the structure of the bone, and what is the vascularity of the bone, and how bone is formed, and you have to write down about the cartilages also. And second question is the explain cartilage, and you have to write down about the cartilage. So this is all about the skeletal system, where we have studied about the skeleton that present in body, and we have studied the structure of the bone, whereas we can see the how bone is formed, and we have studied the function of the skeleton system also, why it is very important for our body, and some kind of the bones that is found in skull, and why these are very different from the bones that is found in our body. So you can, now you have the, such much kind of the knowledge, you can answer all these questions. So thank you so much.